today I have a new video for you guys. It's a Halloween video and I'll be doing Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games. I'm really excited. I have a makeup tutorial. I also have costume with wig, so it should be pretty fun. So let's just go ahead and get started with the makeup. Alright, so let's get started. I've already applied my foundation all over my skin and also my concealer, so we're just going to be doing the eyes. And first we're going to start off with the base. I'm just going to use a Maybelline concealer. Okay, so once you applied your base, we're going to start with the eyeshadow. I'm going to be using all the colors from the Stila palette. It's the In the Know palette, it's the blue one. So the first color I'm going to be using is this Wind color. It's sort of like a light neutral color. And I'm going to be placing this more on my brow bone and down towards my crease. Alright, and then I'm going to be taking this clay color. And I'm just going to use the same brush, tap it off, and I'm just going to focus this color right onto my lid. Same brush, I'm going to be using this Rain color. It's sort of like a grayish brown tone, and I'm placing this right on my lid as well. Then with the blending brush, I'm just going to take that desert color again and just sort of blend out all the edges on the side. Also going to be adding a little more of Wind and focusing that down towards my crease. Then with the tiny smudger brush, I'm going to be taking Rain, and I'm just going to really lightly focus that right on my lash line, on the bottom lash line. We don't want it too harsh of a line because otherwise it will look like she has too much. With the same smudger brush, I'm going to take the color Earth, which is a really deep brown, and I'm going to focus this right on my inner third right here. Now with the same smudger brush, I'm going to take Earth, which is that deep brown color, and I'm going to do my upper lash line. We want to make sure to actually push this into the lash line because we want to make sure that it doesn't look like there's a makeup line right there, but it just makes it sort of look like your lashes are a little bit fuller. So Katniss, or the character who plays Katniss, has really more like rounder eyes. So I'm going to try and focus this like more on my outer edge and in towards my inner edge right here, and that's sort of going to help round my eyes out a little bit. So I'm going to use a little bit of this ebony, which is like a black, just a really tiny bit, and focus that in my inner corner. Alright, so I'm going to take this blending brush, this fluffy brush, I'm going to use the color Rain, and tap off the excess. I'm going to be putting this right on my lid here. Right on my outer third. Alright, so that's basically it for the eyeshadow. We just want something really simple, something to sort of define the lash line, and that's pretty much it. So I'm going to do my mascara. If you have a brown mascara, use that. But I just have a black one, and I'm not even going to curl my lashes. Do my brows, and Katniss doesn't have too much of an arch to her, so I'm just going to follow my natural brow line without adding too much of an arch. You want to make it sort of like a dark color, because if you're wearing a wig and her hair is dark brown, so you want it to match. doesn't have a whole lot of blush on. I'm just gonna do a little bit of contouring and a little bit of color. I'm gonna be using the mud colors. So I'm gonna use this brown neutral color as sort of like a shading and contouring. And I'm just using an angled brush and tap off the excess. I'm just gonna follow my natural lines and blend. Okay, so for blush I'm gonna be using this color. It's just like a nice neutral pink. And I'm also gonna mix it in with that brown color I used to shade. Obviously she doesn't have a whole lot of lip color on, so I'm going to be actually using this lip smacker chapstick, and it's just got like a red tint to it. So any sort of red tinted chapstick that you have, you can use that, and then I just sort of blot it off to get a little bit of the color. I don't want it too red. You also have the option of adding some dirt and also some blood coloring to your face. I just picked these up at a Halloween store. They're really cheap, so I'm just going to be using those. The way I like to do it is just by using one of these eyebrow brushes and just to dip the color or dip the brush right in here. You want to do it really lightly. Take a napkin and just sort of dip off the excess, because you can always add more. Obviously, if you've seen the movie and read the book, she has a gash in her forehead, so I'm just going to take some of that color and bring it across my forehead. So just sort of drag it across your forehead. Then I'm going to dip my brush in the brown, and I'm going to focus that color right in the center of the cut. I'm just going to do some random spots around my face, mostly like dirt spots because she's been running around the forest for a while. So just taking the same brush and using that brown color. So I'm just going to drag some of that dirt color. It's still got some of the red on it, so it mixes in nicely. And just sort of, you can use your finger to blend it out. This is just going to give that effect that you're fighting for your life here. You can even go up on your chest even. Just adding some finishing touches. And now you are all set to move on to the costume part.
those your makeup sounds?
Yeah. Testing for the makeup sound. We really want to make sure to sort of push this into the lash line because we don't want it to make it. We don't want to make it look like super motorcycle.
I know.
We really want to make sure to push this into the actual lash line because we don't want to make. What am I trying to say?
Okay, go. Give that thing the stink eye.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Recording.
Recording? Alright, so now I'm going to do my eyelashes. Katniss doesn't have too much of an arch to her lashes, so I'm just going to sort of follow my natural lash line without adding too much of an arch.
Or brows.
What?
Or brows.
What did I say?
Lash.
Did I say lash the entire time?
I don't think the entire time. I think I just caught it right now.
Now we're gonna do brows. Or blush. Is it recording?
Yeah, it's recording.
Okay. Colors. And ew. Where's Nan? Get away! Let's add more, but it's harder to take away.
What was that? What was that? The thing freaking, it fell right on you, huh?
Okay.
It's a squirrel.
Do a little bit of contouring and just a little bit of color. I'm going to be using
Where are we going?
oh my god.